The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right. Good afternoon, traders. Sorry for the delay. Definitely a problem on GoToWebinar's end. It just kept telling me it couldn't launch the meeting. Did anyone have a hard time getting in? Or were you able to join okay? A little bit of a snafu. Good afternoon, Fred. Good to see you. Hello, Bob. Welcome out, everybody, to the Trade Spoon Live Trading Room, Stocks and Options Closing Bell. My name is Scott. I am the head trading coach here at Trade Spoon, and I will be your host for today's post-Fed meeting, seeing the market, trying to figure out if it likes it or not. But we had a 75 basis point rate hike. The Fed said they didn't want to do it, but then they're like, you know what? Actually, we do want to do it, and we're going to. A little bit of back and forth, more positive than not, at least as of now. We'll see how the market finishes. Easy entry, good to hear. Welcome out, Fred. Glad you made it as well, Teresa, and good afternoon to you, Albert. Let's get going. For those who don't know me, I have been trading for over 20 years and teaching for going on actually closer to 18 of those years. That's me and a little bit about me. I need to remind you, as always, that there are disclosures, and here they are. Trading can be risky, especially options, so be careful. And make sure you know what you're doing and control your risk. Okay. That's it for that. Let's jump in. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Trying to just close that down. There we go. Fed raises rates by 0.75%, most since 94 amid inflation fight. The stocks jump as markets digest the Fed decision. Spotify slowing their hiring. Fed rate hike shows very strong commitment to tame inflation. The Fed is trying to be as hawkish as they can be. Retail sales unexpectedly dropped in May, but are still positive. That's actually a good thing. Retail sales unexpectedly dropping a little bit shows one of those organic dynamics that will help to ease inflation. The biggest problem to inflation has been the consumer. You can't have prices go down if you keep buying everything, even as prices go higher, right? That makes sense. So seeing a little slowdown in the sales certainly can be helpful. Let's see. Breaking news, Fauci tests positive for COVID-19. Is that true? Crazy. I need to go get another booster, I think. My first booster is running out. I'm just going to keep getting boosts. I don't care. Boost me up. Boost away. What do Americans? Okay, so we basically the Fed says they see inflation topping 5% in this year and then rapidly falling due to higher rates. Okay, well, we'll see what happens as they aggressively look to counter it from here. Mortgage rates are at 6.3. Man, they went up fast, didn't they? That means that the home buying frenzy is going to ease as well, and we'll see home prices probably pull back a little bit. That's the news as it stands now. Let's pause for a second. And you can kind of see, right, what happened. And Initially, we reacted down, and then it went up a little bit, and then down more. And then, right as Jer Bear started speaking, it smashed all the way back up, and then it's pulled back, and now we're still positive. We're up 1.18%. This should make for an interesting quiz, though. Let me go back, and we'll talk about the economic calendar. Okay. So retail sales, there's the drop. We were actually expecting them to rise a little bit, and then they dropped. Empire State Manufacturing up from down from expectations. Inventories came in as expected. Home builders index as expected. Tomorrow, jobless claims, some building permits. Friday, production index, capacity utilization, and then we go into next week, and there's not very much. So essentially, we're just processing what we think about the Fed and the current stance. Was there a morning opening bell this morning? I had someone ask me because they said there wasn't. Was Vlad there this morning? Nothing today? Okay. Strange combo, National Lobster Day and Prune Day. I pick lobsters over prunes. I'm just saying. Okay, what do we know? SPY forecasted to continue down. So the model was feeling bullish until it couldn't come up with anything. You can see now there may be a slight uptick for 2 or 3 days, followed by a larger move down to new lows. Stella is bearish as far as this goes. And we're going to be paying very close attention to that for sure. QQQ. QQQ is slightly bullish. And you can see that, despite this consolidation, it's saying there's a good chance that this is all we see. And then we go up from here. So that's an interesting forecast. That was not necessarily what I was expecting to see. Let's go look at the DIA. The DIA is it's kind of a mixed bag, isn't it? So it's saying we could have a bit of a bump in the beginning, followed by a larger sell-off afterwards. So kind of a hybrid of the two. Hard to get a good read on that. Let's finish with IWM, and then we'll go from there. Okay. The IWM is kind of a bit of a mix as well, so showing a bullish bounce followed by a retracement for a potential double bottom. So Stella's a little bit all over the place. Overall, I would say the consensus is a potential for an upswing over the next 2 to 4 days. But if it doesn't get very far and rolls over, that is definitely setting up more of a potential for a downside trade. So that's how we see that for now. Let's look at the seasonals. Why are we up on a 3/4 raise? Figured we should be down. Yeah, I think just, acknowledging that the Fed is trying to do what it needs to do to handle things. I've seen several economists come out and say what we're seeing out of the market is already pricing in a recession. It's already priced in, right? It's showing that we've already seen it, and now it's gonna maybe stabilize and start pricing in. Remember, everyone talks about the market looks ahead 6 months. So looking ahead 6 months, will employment be okay? Will we be out of the recession with minimal downside pain? Yeah, that's a good question. Inquiring minds want to know. Market or the seasonal charts correlation only gets worse, worse and worse. But overall, it is still showing prospects for sideways, maybe a little bit of a bump. Whatever plus today, maybe the same minus tomorrow, right? That's absolutely true. Absolutely. Here is how everybody is doing as it stands now. Energy pulling back, as are defensives. Where's the bullishness then? Consumer cyclical, communication services, technology, financial. So, it's in the growth oriented, but one day, and even as we look at today, one day isn't enough to really get us, seeing that or thinking about that yet. Okay, let's get a quiz. Man, I don't know. What do you think? Okay, I know where I'm going with this one. Not sure how valid the historical is. I agree. I just always will keep an eye on it. A, above 380. B, I'm going to go down the middle. 378.50. C, below 378.50. ABC. So, do you think we're going to close at or near the highs? You're an A. That's what Brad is. That's what Bob is. Is it going to be somewhere in this middle range? That's a B. That's what Teresa is. Is it going to give back and break back below the pre-Fed levels? That's a C. That's what Fred is. Dennis is an A. LK is an A. Jacques is a B. Albert is an A. Bill is a B. I'm going to go A. I think the buyers are going to hang on. I think we're going to be above 381. I'm going A. That's how I see it. Let's see how Stella sees the intraday. Let's go back to SPY. And let's go intraday. Mac is an A. Thank you, Mac. Glad to have you. And let's see. At 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock Eastern, Stella says 380.25. I forgot my numbers. 380.25. Oh, Stella's an A too. Stella's in the A group. I think I only have I have a few B's and only one C. Fred rides alone, looking for one of those coveted solo golds. Solo golds are by far the best. If you've ever won one, you know what I mean. Of course, I've won thousands. Thousands. All right. Woo, the buyers are coming in again. There you go. What's up, Ace? Okay. Dennis says he doesn't necessarily believe me when I say that I've won thousands. I mean, I keep the records. I could show you the books. Thousands. Thousands is accurate. Let's look at our watch list and see what we think across the range of the market. Ooh, I was doing a 1 minute chart. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so we seem like we're hitting support and bouncing. So I'll have people say, well, Scott, is that a buy? Well, you're buying off the lows. So you kind of have to decide that on your own. As of right now, I see us back inside of approximately this, consolidation here. I need to see it get higher up. Then I need to see it come back down and hold at a higher level. That would be bullish, right? The problem is, even if we get that, if we get like 2 or 3 days, and this gap is important too. If we get up under and we get to this gap and then we roll off of it, lower high, this thing comes up a little bit, rolls over, that's going to be hard not to trade bearishly, right? You're going to want to put some bearish things on, even if it's just puts on the SPY. That's something you want to be thinking about. So, yeah, we're in a tenuous spot still. So is this good to be up 2%? Yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, it is. Especially good because still hanging on to that double butterfly. And so as you look at this double butterfly, 390 is kind of ideal. If I can get 2 days of an upswing over the next, even if I get up here to, 387, I mean, I don't need much. But I just need it to pop up in here. So let's see if we can get those last 2 days, knock out a $600 profit on this, and then walk away. Feel pretty good about what it did. It's been all over the place, that's for sure. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so we've done the quiz. We've looked at the double butterfly. I don't know. I think it'll have a hard time getting through this level here. So 387 to 390. If we get there in the next 2 days and it pauses, that's perfect for the butterfly. But if it doesn't get through this level, I think we're still in the consolidation, and I would look to put on some shorts to the downside. Okay, Alcoa. We're at new lows. Oh, the VIX. Let's go look at the VIX. You're right, Jacques. We did not. That's a lot of VIX. That's a lot coming down in one day, right? In fact, what I talked about was the fact that we didn't, even though the market went to new lows, the VIX didn't go to new highs. And there's a lot of institutional fear coming out of this thing pretty quickly. But if we come like this and it doesn't get much further, that's still a higher low. And I would definitely hedge this or speculate on that. Now, if this goes up for a couple of days but doesn't get very far and then rolls over to the downside, then all of a sudden this becomes a lower high, and I would stop and reverse course for the other way. Absolutely. But we're still kind of in no man's. I mean, it's not bad. We're back into the 20s. We really didn't and for some people, they're actually struggling with this because they don't feel like this is that capitulation low where the VIX kind of spikes up into the 40s just for a minute. I think this still looks okay and supports something a little bit more bullish developing. Even though we hit new lows, the VIX did not show an emotional response from the institutions. They handled it pretty well. And so here we are. Yeah, that's a lot, right? That's a lot. Okay. Let me know if you have any comments to weigh in on this with, questions. Here's Apple. Like I've said, though, I feel like we're right back into this range, right? We tried to break out of it. It tried to hold. It couldn't. smashed all the way back in, new lows. If we just get here and roll over, I'm looking for more of the same. There's nothing there that really comes off as being all that appealing, right? So there's there. Market posture down to a -5. How about yours? Back to a -3.5. So I went back down again as well, but not quite that low, but definitely it got worse again. And who knows what this will bring this week? Definitely negative. Definitely negative. Okay, ADI. Man, these chip stocks just could not hold up. They were giving us some signs of life and hope. And they just couldn't do it. ADM, Archer Daniels, not loving it. AMD. Actually, so AMD is probably, still one that I like the best. At least, I mean, it took out this low, but it didn't break these lows. It's holding there. I don't know though. There's not much for us to latch onto. Amazon looks very much the same. Coming off of this, I still think I want to see it do a little up, down, up, higher, low transition before I really look to jump into it. AXP coming off of new lows. It's the prospects aren't great. We really need to see financials do something more, something better, something different. Okay. Bank of America coming off new lows. Dutch Brothers Cop. Ooh, Dutch Brothers. That's not bad. I like that. I would actually consider a trade on this. We'll look at it. We'll look at the options. We'll see if Starbucks has something similar. Starbucks probably has better options, but it might not have as good of a signal. John, you missed the quiz. I'll put you down as a C. All right. I haven't seen for a while is Angelique. Angelique, if you're watching the recordings, I hope all is well. Come back and say hello. Okay. Yeah, Dutch Brothers, not bad. Caterpillar. Caterpillar is close, actually. Nice little hammer pattern. Oh, there we go. COP. Oil stocks are down. Costco looks okay, actually. Right? Costco, Dutch Brothers, Caterpillar. DBC is not there yet, but it's close. If I'm going to do an oil trade, this is going to be probably the one. It's just not there yet. Here's John Deere. Looks similar to Caterpillar. Probably should make a list. Okay. Diamonds looking up, showing some movement. FCX. FCX is close, but not quite. Close, but not quite. John says FDX. Oh, wow. Yeah, they look fairly strong, don't they? GLD, gold. Nothing there. FCX looks better, if anything. IWM bouncing. I mean, look at it. It's pretty strong. It's holding up. It's definitely holding up. Jets looks terrible still. Not much interest there. Meta, the artist formerly known as Facebook. Not much there for us either. Marvell, I'm going to say no. Yeah, not really seeing a ton here, right? It's got worked. Ooh, I like this. I like to see Microsoft making another run at it. At this point, I would say that's a reasonable assumption around the consolidation that Microsoft is in. And I think that if we see it make a little bit of a move and then come back for a higher low, that would show us some prospects. Lily, John said. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, not bad. Not bad. That's bouncing. If you like healthcare, it looks like it's trying to show a bounce. Okay. Where was I? Neo was one that we liked. Oh, see, Neo yesterday was good. Today it's continuing. We said we liked it yesterday. I didn't put it on. I didn't like trading in front of the Fed. Might have to wait for the next go around. Nicola looks okay, but not. It's still kind of coming off these lows. Nvidia, no good yet. Qs trying. I think we have to be patient. Even if you come back to this, I mean, I think we need to let it pop up, come back, and then confirm. The higher low on the market combined with a lower high on the VIX will give us everything we are looking for to get that confirmation. Okay. Let's keep going. Everyone's coming in from the bottom. Yeah, it's tough right now, right? We're okay. So there's Starbucks. Looks very similar to Dutch Brothers. I think as far as the options go, it's going to be much better. I would imagine. I don't see Microsoft hasn't done enough yet, right? Microsoft, they're all coming off their lows, whereas the Dutch Brothers, Starbucks, Caterpillar, Costco, they're all showing a little bit more signs of life overall, right? Starbucks is a little off its lows. I'd say maybe Dutch Brothers is a little better in that regard. Silver doesn't look great. Semiconductors coming off the low. Spider coming off the low. How's the quiz looking? Woo! Well, it was trying. It was trying. Where does it have to go to? I think it's just above 380, right? 380 and above. But it's giving it back pretty quickly. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Tesla looks like it's actually trying to make that bounce. That might even be giving us a Heiken Ashi. Ooh, very close. Very, very close. I kind of like Tesla, right? Trying to move into whatever's next here. I think it could easily get to 800. Where would a stop be? Stop 30 points away. Target 120. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see if Stella likes of these. Let's start with Tesla. Stella says Tesla's a no-go yet. Let's try Caterpillar. Stella likes Caterpillar. Starbucks. A little, but not much. Bros. Dutch Bros. What's up, bros? That's a no-go. And let's see about Caterpillar. No. Caterpillar was good. Costco? Costco, no good. Yeah, okay. Let's finish. And then we'll maybe go back through those. Here's UNG, no good. UNH, no good. Visa, the VIX. Oh, it's coming back though. XLP, XLU, and XOM. I like DBC better still, but XOM looks pretty good. Don't forget the ZWs. ZW. Okay. I want to see if that short-term selling has subsided or if we're giving it all back. Oh, look at that. So fast. It was looking so good for the A's, and then it just trying to like so much volatility still. It'll be very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, let's look at Bitcoin for a second. Bitcoin. Oh, it's going to hold at 20. I didn't know if it was going to or not. It tested 20 today. If we break 20, next stop is 12. That's my call out. If we break 20, next stop is 12. Okay. All right. Let's go look at Caterpillar. Oh, well, so on something like this, I would probably have my stop, down in here. $5 away. Target up here. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. We'll build it, see what we think. To the upside, I think 230. To the downside, I think 201.50. Volatility. Where's my implied volatility? I want it. Volatility it's not on the lows, but it's not terrible. Let's go see what we have. Probably go to the Julys. That's not what I want. A week out. We'll dial this back. One contract. About 200 of risk for about 1,000 in gain. What does the model think about that projection? $224.25 as a close. High of 227. I like this one. I actually think if we only get 2 or 3 days of up, I'm going to be tightening my stop quite a bit. So yeah, let me see. I think I'm going to go ahead with this one. Caterpillar, July, single. I'm actually showing these are closer to 281. Call it 285. Oh, so we can get these much cheaper, actually. 285. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and put one of these on. Oh, my goodness. Angelique, your ears must have been burning because I actually mentioned you earlier in the presentation. I said, I don't know. Oh, there we go. I said, I don't know if you're listening to the recordings, but I said hello and invited you back, and then you came. It was very serendipitous. Glad to have you. Good to see you again. I hope all is well. There you go. I mean, I think that this is good to see some bullishness come out of this, but we need to see the next few days. And if they run out of steam quickly, I will still put on. I'm still a negative overall, so I will put on something to the downside. But with the hopes that we get, I would love to see a higher low come out of the VIX. That would come probably sometime next week. So I definitely hope that we see something like that. And people say, hope, that's not a strategy. Yeah, it's not my strategy. I'm just simply saying I hope that's what happens. I hope we find easier trading times coming forward. So there's that. Okay. I'm not really looking to put more on than that, to be honest. I think that we now need to see if I get a couple of upswing days, I'll be able to shut down my butterfly, take some money on that. Okay, here it is, Robert. This was a July 220 call on Caterpillar, 271. I think actually 280. I think I got 283, but that's what I'm looking for right there. Oh, one contract's probably going to be about 150 to 170 of risk. If you did 2 contracts, it's pretty under control. Do I think XHB will work lower? Let's take a look at home builders. I think that they're going to have a hard time with higher interest rates. Yeah, I would be looking for it to come up, and if it doesn't get back above, 58 for sure, 60, even at 60, I'd still probably trade it to the downside. Trend is down. The trend is down. So there you go. Yeah, throw them at me. Throw them at me. So I will be here on Friday morning. I'm not sure what Vlad has planned, But I will be here on Friday morning, and we'll discuss this. Oh, I'm stalling. Call it. It's actually the B's right now, but it's falling back pretty fast. The A's, the C's, you've got to see it drop below 378.50, but it's getting there rapidly. 380 and above was for the A's. 380 and above is A's. 378.50 and below is C's. In between 378.50 and 380 is the B's. So, boy, it sure did fall out of the range of the A's. All right. I'm going to give it one more minute. I'm going to call it early. And then we'll wrap up. And again, I'm not sure. I think Vlad will be here tomorrow, so come and see. But I know for sure I will be here on Friday in the morning to discuss. Oh, gosh, we're going to give it all back. Here it is. We've got 40 seconds. If I missed a stock that you wanted to see, tell me, let me know. I'll pull it up. But this is, I think overall it's a favorable reaction, but we've got to see the follow through. How much follow through, at what level of volume, and then what comes immediately after that. That's going to be important for us to pay attention to. Oh man, look at that. We are in 10 seconds. We're about 3 pennies away. Fred said maybe in after hours. Oh, we just hit it temporarily. And ding, 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 ding. I'm giving it to the C's. Fred, technically it was a solo, but I did give John a C as well. So C's, congratulations. You win a gold medal. Let's see what happens. Let's see how tomorrow goes. Let's see where we are Friday morning when we meet. You know what I'm looking for. Be specific about what information you're processing and what it means to you. But for me, it's still important to keep your risk under control. We're not out of the woods yet. So, all right. It's good to see everybody. Sorry for the late start. It's a weird market. It's a weird time. We're going to get through it, get to better times, and we'll go from there. So I will see everybody on Friday. What candles? These are just 5-minute regular candles. I just have the regular candles on here right now. Enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, happy trading.